Unleashed Episode 10, Part 1, Fusion vs. Xyz. Let's see, new year, new episode, new venture, old rivalries.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Lancer Tournament.
Woot.
In today's epic round, it's David Talk versus Topia.
How are you still in this? Oh, wait, no. I got confused. I thought David Talk was the loser guy with the mask.
David Talk?
Like he got a third way in.
Your own business, Exesian.
Oh.
Talk to you about something for about 5 seconds. Give me one good reason. You have 5 seconds. Well, you see, okay, time's up.
That was like 3 seconds. Dickhead.
Are you alright? Yeah. Thanks. Don't worry about it.
No, this is not Draco. Completely different. He's not wearing the sunglasses fully.
I'm a friend of Topia's. Topia? You mean the guy with the mask? Yeah, he's not very
Which one?
social around the others from...
The one with the dragon everyone's scared of? The one for all dragon?
He's only really that friendly around others from the Xyz dimension. Me. Xyz? Well, sorry about what happened to your dimension. Don't worry about it. There's no point in life if you're not going to move on. So, why did you want to talk to David Talk? He's not really the polite type, I'll say that much. Well, since
Ignorance
he's
is
facing
bliss.
Topia in the next round, I figured since he was from Fusion, he could try and convince him that fusions weren't all that bad.
Didn't work.
Though, considering his attitude, that was probably a bad idea.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, Topia's one of those who never really forgave Fusion for everything they did. Though, I can't see why after what he did to him before.
No, jeez.
What did happen to him?
Torture, evidently.
It was a while back during the war. We were already
5
in a
years
tight
ago was a
spot
while.
after the fusion dimension invaded one of our homes. Topia and I's parents knew each other before the war, but when fusion invaded, Topia's parents were murdered in front of him in cold blood.
Oh, lovely.
I managed to get away, but
Then he
Topia,
became
along with
Batman.
Other kids were captured by a fusion soldier. Topia was then taken to a concentration camp for Exesians in the fusion dimension. Not only was he tortured, but in battle he was used as bait to lure other Exesians to be captured or even killed.
On top of that, it also happened during a hurricane in a rainstorm on a Thursday. Jeez.
After the war, me, Topia,
What
and
didn't
other
they
kids who
do?
lost their families were transported
You know,
to
I know the
Heartland
Nazis
Dojo
were
where
kind of
they
like the
were
most
taken care
obvious
of.
thing with the frickin' fusion dimension, but
But-
this is the next level.
Topia still hasn't forgotten everything.
And then again, most Americans had an internment camp, so we're not great.
Horrible. Yeah. Ever since then, Topia has
Then his girlfriend dumped him, then
has never been able to
just a lightning rod of bad luck.
put him through hell and back.
Props were still standing
I don't
throughout
know
all this,
anymore.
though.
I just
A lesser man would have given up at life. He stays strong.
Move on, but he's clearly not having any of it. You know what, Ace? If I have a dual Topia in this tournament, I'll
Should probably be
try
in the
to
finals,
make him see.
or at least near the finals.
Really? Yeah. If he continues down this path, he might end up injuring other Exesians, not just Fusions. So, yeah, I'll see what I can do. Oh, thank you. You don't know how thankful I am for coming across you.
Well, I am the main character. I was bound to do good regardless. Thank goodness it was in a different room at the time. Or he's like
Alright,
listening
ladies and
further down the
gentlemen,
hallway.
It's time for the next epic round to begin. In this corner, we've got the fusionist, David Talk.
Are we taking place in Heartland?
And in this corner, we've got the Exesian, Topia.
So you're the unfortunate one I have to crush today. Well, let's get the warning speeches out of the way.
I will crush
So,
you.
surrender now, or you won't save the speech. A fusionist such as yourself does not deserve any mercy, let alone the right to give me any mercy.
Let's see if we can top
Oh.
Sora versus Kurosaki.
Well, that-
Odds are no.
Very well then. Get your game on. I will make the first move. Draw 5 cards. I'll start by playing the spell card Clock Tuning. By sending 1 Clockwork monster from my hand or deck to the grave, I draw 2 cards. Then I will summon Clockwork Turtle
Wait.
and play the spell card Machine Duplication to dupe it from 1 to 3. Then I'll play
Presto
the spell card
changeo.
Polymerization to fuse 2 of them together. I fusion summon. Come forth, Clockwork Cannon. I will activate Clockwork Cannon's ability, which allows it to gain some power for every Clockwork monsters in my graveyard. And now, thanks to Clockwork Turtle, I'm allowed to draw 1 card for each turtle used for a fusion material.
It's 3
Now I
cards.
play Clockwork Polymer. This spell card lets me special summon another Clockwork monster from my deck. Come forth, Clockwork Gadget. And with its ability, I'm allowed to add another Clockwork monster to my hand. And now I can also use Clockwork Polymer to fuse Gadget with the Clockwork Turtle on my field. I fusion summon. Come forth, Clockwork Fortress. Clockwork Turtle lets me draw 1 card, and I set 1 card face down. It's your turn, Exesian. It's my turn. Draw. I'll start by activating this monster effect. By negating the effect of your Clockwork Cannon, I am allowed to special summon from my hand Cryo of the Magic Hunters.
Interesting.
With negated. Next, I'll normal summon Pyro of the Magic Hunters from my hand. And I'll activate Pyro's special ability. I can increase or decrease the level of 1 Magic Hunter monster I control. I'll use Pyro's effect to decrease its own level by 1. Wait, you're not going for 1-for-all dragon?
Nope.
What?
You're not
Now
worth
with
my
these 2
time.
monsters, I build the Overlay Network. I exceed summon rank 3, Blossom of the Magic Hunters. Why bother with that monster? It's mostly not as strong as mine.
Mostly.
Not quite. I activate from my hand the equip spell M Hunter Wand. With this equip spell, Blossom gains 1,000 attack points. Oh, that's why. Well, I'll activate Clockwork Fortress's special ability. By changing this monster's battle position, I can negate your spell card. I'll counter with Blossom's effect. By discarding 1 overlay unit, this monster can negate any card effect that would negate or destroy. Then, it banishes the card that does so.
Yikes.
And now your Clockwork Fortress is banished. Wait,
Nice.
no! How dare you get rid of my Clockwork Fortress! Now, Blossom, go! Attack Clockwork Cannon! Wrong! I activate my trap card, Clockwork Collection! With this trap, I can tribute my Clockwork Cannon and draw 2 cards. But since Cannon's a fusion monster, I'm allowed to draw 3 instead.
Jeez.
What does that matter? You're taking a direct attack. So I can now activate the effect of Clockwork Turtle. Since I have no monsters when you conduct an attack, I can summon it from my graveyard and end your battle phase. I can't believe that first turn was so easy to counter. You know, it's no wonder Draco said that you have no idea what's coming in this tournament. You know about that?
You talk about easy to
How?
counter. You made out his spiel, but he's not completely defenseless.
I do have a remarkably good ear after all. Why, you little... How dare you accuse me? I will break you!
You'll
Now,
die
during my second
trying.
phase, I can activate the effect of M Hunter Wand. By destroying it, if it's equipped to a Magic Hunter Exceed monster, I can draw 2 cards. I'll place
Reminds
1
me of
face
Bound
down
One, I
and
think.
end my turn. Draw! Now, from my hand, I will activate the spell card Double Summon. Now I can normal summon twice this turn. And I
think
play
this is
the
the,
spell card
egg-
fusion recovery on top of
The
that.
Not Winged
letting me
Fortress from
add
Sonic
my
4 Episode
Clockwork Gadget
2.
and polymerization to my hand. Now I summon Clockwork Gadget and use its effect to search out another Clockwork monster.
Oh no, Winged
And
Fortress is
now
more
I will
accurate
play
than
the
Flying
spell
Battery.
card polymerization to fuse Gadget and Turtle together. I fusion summon. Come forth, Clockwork Catapult. And now I will summon Clockwork Knight and activate Clockwork Knight's effect. I draw one card, and if it's a Clockwork monster, I can perform a fusion summon.
Clockwork Bug.
The monster I drew was indeed my Clockwork Butterfly. So now I can use it and Knight in order to fusion summon. I fusion summon. Come forth, Clockwork Prince! And thanks to Butterfly, Clockwork Prince gains 1,000 attack points, since it refused fusion. And now I will activate the effect of my Clockwork Catapult. You see, this monster can attack you directly. But since both fusion materials were Clockwork monsters, I am allowed to attack twice. Clockwork
He only has
Catapult,
1400 attack.
And now, attack again! Is that all you've got?
Yes!
Fusionist, I've been through far worse. Continue your onslaught. And now that only leaves my Clockwork Prince to finish.
And then he
you
hits the
off
wrong
next
button because he's
season.
playing with this dual disc too
Clockwork
much.
Prince.
The
Now
dual
behold,
pad.
I am your cure. Blossom of the Magic Hunters cannot be destroyed by battle. But you still take damage. Wrong. I activate my trap defense draw. I take no damage, and I get to draw.
Why did you
one
use
card.
that after the frickin'
Damn
direct
it!
attacks?
Don't you see? Your fate is to be destroyed. Why don't you Exesians just accept that? Lie down and die! That's it.
Pathetic.
Reveal to the audience the anger that all of you Fusians share. Nothing but absolute chaos and destruction. Even though this is meant to be...
Yes, there couldn't pop.
This is what the
After all,
very
there was
Xyz
so many
dimension
innocents in the
looks like.
Xyz dimension. It is scientifically impossible to be the same case in the fusion dimension.
Fine, I set 2 cards and end my turn.
It's easy to scapegoat. It's hard to admit facts.
Draw. I activate the spell card, Rank Up Magic, Terra Firma.
Oh boy.
Rank Up Magic? That's right. And with this spell card, I can take my Blossom of the Magic Hunters and rank it up by 1 rank. So long as the Xyz monster it becomes is
Now
one
we're
rank
on the
higher,
Eggman levels
and
of
it's
Shadow the
same
Hedgehog.
type, but a different attribute. Now go! Rank up Xyz Evolution. Come forth. Rank 4, Voltic of the Magic Hunters. You go from a worse monster to a not as bad monster. What is he gonna do? This is where you're wrong. I activate Voltic's
That he's not as
special
bad?
ability by using up 1 overlay unit until the end of my next turn. This monster can decrease the attack points of all of your monsters by 1,000. What? Oh no! Then, Voltic gains 500 attack for every monster you control. Also, you can't activate spell or trap cards during the battle phase. Well, it doesn't matter. For as long as Clockwork Prince is on the field, Clockwork Catapult cannot be attacked. Voltic, attack Clockwork Prince! Oof. See what I mean?
I'm not
That is where
done.
you're wrong, Fusionist. Because now I can activate Voltic's other effect. This monster can attack
Twice.
all monsters you
Or
control.
that works too. Close
Oh,
enough.
no. Attack Clockwork Catapult! Voltic charge! Ugh!
Most uncouth.
So, we've still got a few more life points. Clockwork Catapult lets me take only half the damage when it's destroyed by battle. I see. I'll set 1 card face down, and that will end my turn. Draw! I activate the trap card, Clockwork Rebirth. With this trap card, I'm allowed to bring back 2 Clockwork monsters from my graveyard or 2 Clockwork monsters from my hand. So long as I negate their effects. But that's fine by me. So I'll bring Clockwork Knight and Clockwork Gadget back from my graveyard. Then I will special summon Clockwork Wyvern from my hand, since I have 2 Clockwork monsters. And I can use its effect to add a fusion spell to my hand so long as that fusion spell enlists a machine monster. And the spell I add is Power Bond!
Ah, shit.
I activate Power Bond's effect and fuse all 3 of my monsters. I
Ancient
fusion
Gear.
summon
No, sorry. Clockwork
Level 8
God.
Clockwork Dragon!
There's always a fucking
Thanks
dragon.
to Power Bond, Clockwork Dragon's attack points are doubled. Now all that's left to do is attack. Go, Clockwork! Not so fast. I activate my trap card, Mirror Force. With this trap card, your monster's destroyed. Nice try. I activate Clockwork Dragon's ability by paying 500 of my life points. I can use its effect to activate a trap card from my hand. And the trap
boy.
I'm playing is Clockwork Leap Back.
What's that
With this
do?
trap card, I can negate your trap and gain 1,000 life points. No. Finally, you will see the truth. The truth that I am superior amongst all
Yeah, right,
other
gets
duelists.
this.
There's a good reason why I am the top duelist of Phoenix University. And now you're about to see why. This duel is over.
Hand effect.
Now go, Clockwork Dragon! Attack and destroy his monster! Quantum Mayhem!
Can we get out of this one, Topia? We'll find out next time on Yu-Gi-Oh! Unleashed. And yes, I just remembered the question of the day. Probably, how was your New Year's, I'm guessing? Do you think Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Season 4 should have been dubbed? That's kind of a mixed bag, considering I'm going to say I wish it was dubbed, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad it's not dubbed, considering how badly 4Kids would fuck it over. And that, like, Darkness is a giant fucking skull demon. What would 4Kids do to that? Just censor the entire thing and just make them a giant black box? Where they just freaking, like, do MS Paint? No, I'm not a Scotia man, I'm just a guy. Something. I don't know. Season 4 of GX is certainly a treat, because if there's one thing I wish I could go back and redo in this series, just like, I wish I could go back in life and rewatch GX and 5Ds in the final season one last time, considering that was something magical for me. But they'll never go back and redub it, so why complain? Would I like them to have dubbed it? Sure, why not? But, you know, I'm kind of glad that it's still subbed a little bit in the back of my head. It's probably safer there. You know, 4Kids can't fuck it over. Oh well. See ya.